reading the top 10 best grass-type Pokemon designs ranked. Again, I want to preface that this is not my opinion. This is just the article that I'm reading because it seems fun and looks fun. I'm curious what the article says. But leave down in the comments what your favorite grass-type design is. And yeah, let's just get right into it. The world of Pokemon features 18 different types, including fire, water, and grass types, to name a few, with elemental powers, set moves, and abilities directly connected to their innate typing. How these elemental types play into each other greatly influence how different types match up against each other during battles, and a complex combination of strengths and weaknesses, such as water beating fire, or grass being weak to fire. But more than just match types for combat, the types also heavily influence the design of Pokemon. For grass types, these Pokemon tend to include foliage, green coloring palettes, and inspirational bases that evoke nature and plants. However, the truly inspired grass-type designs tend to take their creativity, inspiration, and aesthetic appeal further. From Leviani's clever combination of grass and bug type to Arbolivia's inspired design based on a common Mediterranean food, these Pokemon stand out when it comes to their design. Number 10. Appleton gives the unique dragon makeover to a classic English dessert. Introduced in Generation 8, Appleton is a dual grass and dragon-type Pokemon and is considered the apple nectar Pokemon in the term of species. According to the Pokemon lore, delicious scent wafted from the Pokemon, enticing bug Pokemon to draw closer, and then it eats the smaller ones. Supposedly, children used to eat Appleton as a snack as well. Appleton debuted in the Galar region in an area that drew inspiration from the British Isles such as England, Scotland, and Ireland. It's a clever design choice, gives a nod to the quintessential dessert, the apple pie, which is largely considered to have its roots in England, and bridges together to the real world to the Pokemon world via Appleton. While perhaps not the best bulky grass type to use in combat, the uniqueness of its inspiration makes it a standout star in terms of design. Number 9. Pumpkaboo cleverly nods at Halloween with its design. Pumpkaboo joined the ranks of its fellow Pokemon during the 6th generation, snacking a rare dual typing with its ghost and grass type. Termed the Pumpkin Pokemon, Pumpkaboo comes in 4 different sizes, and a clever nod to how varied actual pumpkins can be, in either a small, average, large, or super size. Adding Pumpkaboo to an ever-growing list of food-based Pokemon designs, supposedly, wandering spirits are placed inside Pumpkaboo's body, and when they are able to finally move on to the afterlife. Adeptly combining the word pumpkin with boo, a common word used to scare people and the staples of the scariest night around, Pumpkaboo practically screams Halloween. This brilliant bit of inspiration goes well beyond a typical grass meets ghost matchup to offer the unique and fun twist on a beloved holiday, making Pumpkaboo's overall inspiration and design indigenous and special. Number 8. Leavanny's design could be referencing an old Roman goddess. Leavanny debuted alongside other Unova region Pokemon. Unova was inspired by New York City during the 5th generation of Pokemon, with notable games including Black and White. It bridges together bug and grass type, making it insanely weak to fire type moves. Leavanny's Pokédex entry hints at the strong protective instincts and brutality towards those who target young Pokemon, showcasing exactly why it's also in the nurturing category. And as its name might suggest, Leavanny's inspiration could be derived from the Roman goddess Leavanna, who was involved in rituals having to do with childbirth, a role notably given to midwives who then helped care for the newborn babies for the mothers for a time. When the ending of Leavanny's name plus a strong perching of taking care and raising young Pokemon, it's heavily implied that Leavanny is meant to invoke nannies, which is seen in the feminine dressy design, despite the fact that gender ratio in the games is split evenly. This makes Leavanny a truly complex Pokemon with multiple layers informing its appearance and attitude. Number 7. Arbivilla pays homage to the Mediterranean-inspired Paldean region. Arbivilla is the 9th generation Pokemon native to the Paldean region, an area heavily influenced by the Mediterranean cultures such as Greece, Italy, Spain, Croatia, and Turkey, to name a few. It features a grass and normal type, making it highly unusual, aside from Arbliva's evolutionary line. Only Deerling and Sawsbuck are also normal grass types. Also called the olive Pokemon and dominating the olive category, olives sprout from Arbliva's body, with the number increasing as the Pokemon completes more evolutions. Arbliva also featured prominently in the Pokemon Horizons anime, showing up in the new way that sealed one of the best changes to the franchise. With a tendency to be considerate, compassionate, and helpful to other Pokemon, Arboliva's design and attitude could reference an olive branch, a symbol commonly associated with peace and harmony. Its name likewise incorporates the element of tree alongside its signature olives, with a strong argument also being made that its feminine design, like a diva, could also be included in its name. The way Arbolivas paid tribute to the region that birthed it, while also incorporated myriad little nods of the symbology of olives, make it a truly wonderful Pokemon in terms of design. Number 6. Roselia proves that even rose Pokemon have thorns. As an earlier Pokemon, Roselia debuted during the third generation in the Hoenn region, an area based on the islands of the Kyushu in Japan, and the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire games. While originally a single Pokemon without any evolutionary line, like the fourth generation induced Badoo and Roserade, turning the non-evolutionary Roselia into a three-stage Pokemon, with Roselia smack dab in the middle. Also known as a Thorn Pokemon, Roselia doubled down the concept of beauty being dangerous, coming in with a dual grass and poison typing. Going all in with the beautiful flower theme, Roselia sports two blooming flowers on either arm with a red and blue color choices evoking the roses are red and violets are blue poem. Flowers are also featured prominently in its name, with Roselia seemingly pulling in roses, azaleas, and maybe camellias into the naming structure and inspiration. The bite to given to Roselia's beautiful and seemingly gentle design takes on the concept of flowers and their thorns into the smart direction for a game and anime series based on combat, making this particular Pokemon design stand out in a sharp way. Number 5. Sprigatito bridges two unusual choices together for a memorable starter. Pokemon starters hold a place and prestige among their wild counterparts, with their reveals highly anticipated prior to the launch of the new games and their inclusion in Ash's team. Before the anime shifted to new leads, a given. The Pokemon anime still pays homage to the tradition by giving Sprigatito an important role in the new Pokemon Horizon series, serving as a partner to the series protagonist Lyco. As a grass cat Pokemon, Sprigatito is only a grass type, though its final form Masquerada does a dual type in both grass and dark. Grass starters tend to use unusual bases for their designs inspiration, such as a hedgehog and a chespin, or a monkey and Gurky, and yet Sprigatito's animal inspiration hits closer to home, utilizing a standard pet animal, a cat, into its design. This almost feels like an urbanization for foregoing the vast routes to connect plant growth with urban centers, with Sprigatito bridging the gap between a typical house cat and the kept plant city dwellers might raise on porches, balconies, and near windows. Number 4. Poltergeist reveals how the world Zeitgeist influences design. Yikes. Relatively new to the world of Pokemon, Poltergeist debuted in the 9th generation, courtesy of the Hidden Treasures of Area 0 Part 1, the Teal Mask, expansion to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Also known as the Matcha Pokemon, its lore suggested that Poltergeist came into being after a tea ceremony master passed on before perfecting his craft, merging with some matcha, a striking green hued tea made from finely ground Japanese green leaves, to create the Pokemon as it's known today. While notably similar to Sinistea, even the counterfeit and artesian forms, depending on whether the porcelain resides and possesses a stamp of authenticity, the two are entirely separate Pokemon. Believed to have originated in the 11th century in Japan, matcha has been around for thousands of years and was first introduced into Japan into the 1100s by a Zen Buddhist monk returning from the studies in China. More recently, matcha has been an explosion of popularity around the globe, with the flavor dominating the culture zeitgeist the world over, but especially in the United States. By incorporating a Pokemon that flirts with the world's growing infatuation of the green-colored tea, Pokemon showcased its finger on the pulse of the worldwide culture, which makes Poltergeist not only an awesome grass type, but all-around relevant inclusion to the mythos of Pokemon. I don't know what the fuck matcha tastes like. I've heard a lot of people think it's gross, so but I don't know. Number 3, Abomasnow brilliantly combines two opposite types together. Set in the majestic region of snow, based on the northernmost island of Japan, Hokkaido, the 4th generation of Pokemon released many fan favorites, including Piplup, Luxray, Munchlax, and Lucario. Abomasnow, the Frost Tree Pokemon, joined their ranks alongside its prior evolutionary form, Snover, as the only dual grass and ice type. Within the Pokemon world, so far at least, Abomasnow and Snover prefer to live in quiet lives on snowy mountaintops, hiding among blizzards once the snow flowers begin to bloom. This perching for ice weather manifests in Abomasnow's covetous ability, Snow Warding, which might be one of the best Pokemon abilities from the games. As a sole Pokemon capable of marrying together teaming two contrary types, Abomasnow does the impossible by bringing both grass and ice type. These contradictory elements work together in harmony in Abomasnow's design, showcasing an enviable level of creativity and ingenuity for finding a good balance between them. Good fucking god, I can't read for shit. Number 2, Leafeon gives a grass type to a fan favorite evolution. In recent years, the Pokemon Eevee has granted a cult following in the large part of its vast potential in evolving the normal type to whatever element choice trainers might desire. Leafeon joined those ranks during the Generation 4, alongside the Ice-type Glaceon, helping to round out the type options for Eevee's evolutions. As known as the verdant Pokemon, Leafeon functions exactly like the player would expect, grass type 2, using photosynthesis to produce clean air while smelling of fresh grass or fallen leaves depending on their age. With other evolutions already in place, such as Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, and Umbreon, the overall design, form, and base to Leafeon was largely predetermined. This likely narrowed the creative outputs for Leafeon's design, with the more boxes needing to be checked to ensure Leafeon looked as it belonged with the other evolutions. Yet, despite these restrictions, Leafeon resigns as one of the cutest evolution options, perfectly capturing the feel of Eevee while projecting a grassy floral feel to its design. And with the messy rock location option to evolve even Leafeon, rather than a bought or found stone, the design gets a unity and rarity of its own, making it stand out while also fitting in. One thing I do want to say though is that the one thing I wish Leafeon would have is kind of like, I wish that its colors would change based on the seasons. Like I know Deerling and Sawsbuck are already that, but that was introduced just like way after. But I wish her like how it would be bright green in summer and then turn like slightly more brown in fall, and then um I don't know, kind of like, I know green is dead and by the time winter comes, but like and then make it like a lighter green with some like maybe pink or flowers added to it for spring. Like I think that would have been such a cool concept. Like maybe this right here like would sprout maybe a flower or like have little flowers on its tail or something. That would have been a very cool concept. Anyways, number 1, Bulbasaur resides as the first grass type starter. Bulbasaur hardly needs an introduction, as it holds the honor of being the very first Pokemon within the Pokédex, coming in as the grass-type starter for trainers in the Kanto region and in Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow. With a giant closed bloom on its back, Bulbasaur rightly earned the title of being the seed Pokemon, with its Pokédex entry even mentioning that the seed houses nutrients that Bulbasaur uses after its birth. While perhaps not the most popular Kanto starter, Bulbasaur still holds a special place for many nostalgic gamers, with many people unfamiliar with the Pokemon franchise able to recognize Bulbasaur on sight. Featuring one of the best overall designs in the Kanto region, Bulbasaur perfectly encapsulates the grassy wilderness with a baby dinosaur living up to its name. The nostalgia of its design cannot be overstated, while with many trainers still viewing Bulbasaur as one of the best grass starters to date. Its brilliant design, its memorable aesthetic, and its staying power made Bulbasaur one of the best grass-type Pokemon, showcasing the imagination and originality the world of Pokemon would come to be known for. To be honest, I absolutely adore Bulbasaur. Out of like Squirtle and Charizard, I think he's completely underrated when it comes to the Kanto starters because everyone goes with either Blastoise or Charizard. Like they're both so fucking overrated. It's like unreal. It's like the same with like Infernape and Empoleon and like Blaziken, the more like badass looking ones, but like Bulbasaur. But it's also like some of those Pokemon, their moveset is such fucking trash. Like Empoleon, I love him for don't like get me wrong, but in the games his moveset is so fucking trash. Same with like Grookey. Rillaboom is fucking trash because they hardly get like their dual typing like good moves. Like but Empoleon learns like what 2 water type moves at the level of like 40. That's fucking ridiculous. But I like the the cute little like dinosaur concept. Like same with like Chikorita. I know Meganium's moveset also is fucking trash, but Chikorita or Cyndaquil are like my top two of like the next region. Even though Cyndaquil's overrated too, but Typhlosion is really awesome. But yeah, Chikorita is a good one too, even though her moveset's trash. Bulbasaur is a good one. Like Bulbasaur, Venusaur has a good moveset. Venusaur is really good, like and pretty bulky too, especially if they're just like a big toad dinosaur looking thing. But yeah, like I don't know. I think I'm just more biased when it comes to just bipedal Pokemon because I love when they just stand on all fours. There's so many fucking starters that are so trash because they didn't make a bipedal. Like, Tepig is one of them. Tepig would have been great, but I fucking hate Pignite and Emboar. Fennekin is another one. I mean, Delphox and Braixen are like okay, but I just would like it better if it was like on all fours, same as Litten. Emboar's not that bad. I have Emboar in one of my games, but like I don't know. I like Pokemon better when they're on all fours, like actual animals, instead of like, oh, this is a giant fire cat that's standing on two legs. Like it just looks weird. Anyways, but yeah, let me know what your opinions of the best grass type Pokemon designs are below, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you're new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, give you a thumbs up, and hit the bell so you notified videos, which is every Wednesday. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later.